a while now I've been thinking about building some sort of rig that I can use for just walking around and doing live stream vlogs. Not to record necessarily or anything like that, but just something that I can take anywhere, grab out of the car and do a live stream on the fly. So what I've done is I've grabbed a Yolobox Mini and a GoPro and a couple of other bits and pieces, and I've put together this awesome rig. Let's have a look and see what I've done. So let me show you what's in this rig and how I put it together. Right at the core of it, of course, is the Yolobox Mini. Fantastic little device that does all the recording and broadcasting and a whole pile of other stuff. If you're not sure what the Yolobox Mini is about, then click on the link down in the description or the one I've got up in the end cards and you'll see all about this. Around this is the thing that really holds us all together, and that's this awesome cage from a company called YC Onion. This cage, as you can see, has some cable tidies and restrainers up the top, so if the cables are moving around they won't break the sockets. On the back it's got some 1/4 inch threads and these neat little holders that hold the cables in. It's got some more 1/4 inch threads and a cold shoe on that side, more 1/4 inches down that side, and of course a few on the bottom and another cold shoe on the back here as well. So that there sits at the center of this awesome rig we're going to put together. Now on the sides here need a couple of handles, so I went and got these ones from Small Rig. They just go into the 1/4 inch threads on the side there. They're really comfortable to hold and they just screw straight in there. On the back of it I'm going to use a 1/4 inch thread to screw on this magic arm. This is the arm that's going to hold the camera up above. The camera I'm going to use is a GoPro 11, so I've got that sitting here, and of course to get the GoPro 11 onto the magic arm you need this tripod to GoPro mount adapter here, and of course the screw that goes into that, and of course you need the communications between the GoPro and the Yolobox Mini, so we've got this HDMI A2 mini cable. So that's all the bits you need. Everything that you want to buy for this you can find down in the description, of course, and don't forget to hit the subscribe and like and all those other cool buttons while you're there. Now let's put this thing together so that you can see how it all fits and works. The first thing I want to do is get the magic arm screwed onto the back of it, so I'll just flip that over like that and I'll loosen off the magic arm so that we can turn the knobs on it, screw this into the first 1/4 inch slot here, and then I'm going to move that around so that it just sort of comes up a bit like here, and that knob there goes straight up, that screw faces straight up, and then I'll tighten that into place and that can just now stay there permanently. Now I want to flip that back over and put the handles on the sides, so this just screws into the thread on this side and the other one just screws into the other side directly opposite, and then finally the GoPro mount thing goes on the top here. I'll just screw that down nice and tight, and finally of course the GoPro, which just slots into there, and then I'll get that screw into here. Finally I just need to put the cables in, so the HDMI slot, which is the one at the top here, that can just plug straight into there, and then I just run the cable around some of these bits and pieces in here so that it goes in fairly tidily up to the back, where I can lift this socket here and put the cable into there and tighten that down so it won't move around. It's a good idea to tuck the surplus cable up underneath these 2 pins at the back here so it's not wobbling around, and you can just tighten the screws up on those. And there we have it, our completed mobile streaming rig. And here's the final rig. Now you can of course put any camera you want to on here as long as the magic arm you're using can support its weight. The reason I'm using the GoPro or another action camera like it most of the time is that they've got the incredible hyper smooth stabilization and that kind of thing on there, and also a really wide lens, so it doesn't matter if the camera's quite close to you. In fact, it's an advantage to have the camera close to you, because when you're shooting in the kind of situations you need this, you want the microphone on the camera to be relatively close to you so that background noise is less significant. As you can see, it works pretty well and it's not too heavy to hold one hand. Now all the bits that I've used to build this are, as I said, linked down below, where you can also put any questions or comments that you've got about this. Don't forget to hit here and subscribe and watch these 2 videos as well, and I'll see you in another one really soon.